Hey, welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to do a deep dive into the April 2022 real estate market report for Ventnor, Margate, and Longport, New Jersey. And we will explore this crazy market and what it means to you as a buyer and as a seller. So, if you are thinking of buying or selling, you won't want to miss this. Hey, I'm Mike Sutley, a local realtor here at the Jersey Shore, and everyone seems to be asking me, are we in a housing bubble? Have prices stabilized? Will they go down? Is the market switching? So let's dive into some local real estate market numbers and see exactly what is going on here in Ventnor, Margate, and Longport. Starting off with Ventnor. Last April, there was 21 homes sold. The prior April, 40. That's a 47% decrease. Median sale price, $375 this past month in April. 1 year prior, 315. That is appreciation of 19%. Median list price, 419. And 1 year ago, 309. That is an enormous jump. That's a 35% increase in the actual list price. So because of the heavy list prices, the actual list sale to list ratio is 96%. So basically they've been listing high, but they've been showing a little bit of flexibility as sellers. And if you notice, 1 year ago, that was 98%. Days on market, 68 days this past April. The prior April, 82 days. That's a change of 14 days. So notice here, year to date, homes sold, 84. That was this past, that's this year. The prior year at this point, 148. That's a pretty big difference. But again, this is more of an inventory issue than anything. What we're seeing as of right now, live. So there's currently in Ventnor 63 homes for sale. Median list price $600,000 with an average 32 days on market. There's 48 homes under contract. The high right now is $4 million, with the low coming in around $100,000. This is a pretty obvious one, is we are in a seller's market, still in a very strong seller's market. You're going to notice this is the breakdown based on prices. So in this price range here, everything is showing seller's market, right? But notice there's a little bit of room if you're a buyer right here in this $500,000 to $600,000 range. There is 9 months of inventory. Anything over that 6 to 7 is buyer's territory. That is good to know, because it could be an advantage of not getting into bidding wars and being able to win something and negotiate a really good deal in this market. So we're going to jump over now to Margate. So this past April, 24 homes sold. Go back 1 year ago, 39. That's a 38% decrease. Median sale price this past April, $682,000. 1 year ago, $610,000. That's a 12% increase. List price, as you can see, $712,000. 1 year ago, $659,000. That's an 8% increase. And you can see that that's kind of consistent with a 98% sale to list ratio. Average days on market, 85, right? This past April. Going back 1 year ago, 80, so really not much of a difference, right? So homes sold year to date, 91. Go back 1 year ago, 131. That is a decrease of 31. Again, we are in a supply issue, so if you are a seller, you have an enormous advantage. Currently, this is what we're seeing as of this minute on the market. So there's 67 homes for sale. Median list price, $1.3 million. With an average of 47 days on market, 45 homes under contract. So high price on market, 5.4, with a low of 169,000. So as we already know, we are definitely in a seller's market. And notice this stat right here. This is always a good one. 38% properties sold over the original asking price. All right, breakdown by price point. So here's what we're seeing, and this is actually pretty interesting when you really break this down. So the lower numbers of 800 and below, we're seeing all sellers markets. However, at the higher price points, there is some wiggle room here. So looking at the 800,000 all the way up to 2.4 million, we're starting to show here a buyer's market. So there's some softening in that area. So here's what that means is there's a lot of inventory, and the average homes sitting on market 6.5, 7.5, and these are months, 7 months. So if you're a buyer and you're in that price range, you're going to have a little bit of flexibility, which is really good to know. But as soon as you get to those higher numbers out of that $2 million plus range, we're back into a seller's market, but there's also not a lot of inventory, and that's what creates that seller's market. All right, let's jump over to Longport. Here we are in Longport. So this past April, 4 homes sold. Go back 1 year ago, 14 homes sold. That is a decrease of 71%. So median sale price this past April, 1.1 million. Go back to April 2021, 1.2, a little bit over 1.2. So that's a decrease. I haven't been seeing that on many of the other islands. So median list price, 1.1 million. And go back 1 year ago, 1.2. So that's a decrease of 10%. All right, sale to list ratio, 101%. Go back to 1 year ago, 95%. So there is an enormous demand for homes in Longport. Sales volume, 4.4 million. But like I said, that's all relative because of the amount of homes sold compared to 21 million. Homes sold year to date, as we would expect, it would be a low number of 10, but go back 1 year ago at this point and it was 33. All right, here's what we're seeing in real time. So currently in Longport, there's 7 homes for sale. 2.2 million is the median list price. Median days on market, looking at 51. There's 5 homes under contract. The high is almost 7 million, with the low being of 175,000. Statistically, I'm sure you can see we are in a seller's market, but notice this: half of all homes sold in Margate are going over ask price. Let's now break down exactly what we are seeing and hearing in this market and how it will affect you as a buyer and as a seller. But before we do, if you want to know what your home is worth or how much equity you currently have, just text me at 609-225-9326. You may be shocked at the amount of equity you have accumulated when you learn what your home is really worth in today's real estate market. If you are thinking of selling, well, you can pretty much name your price thanks to the low inventory and consistent buyer demand. I'm not sure there has been a better time in history to be a seller. In the short term, buyers will continue to rush into the market to beat the rate hikes, continuing to create multiple bid situations for certain property. Because of the low inventory, buyers will continue to be creative with their offers and waive their home inspection rights, appraisal contingencies, and use escalation clauses to secure a deal. We are still seeing plenty of 1031 exchange buyers investing in property, and it seems like everyone is nervous about the stock market. So they continue to cash out of stocks and are parking their money in real estate. So how about the rental market? The short-term rental market is still on fire, with some prospective renters asking for homeowners to break their leases so they can pay more for the rental. In some cases, they are offering thousands over the weekly rental rate. And if that was not bad enough, long-term leases are nearly non-existent, and when they do pop up, they are charging tenants a hefty rental price. Here is what we are seeing on the macro level. So, the Federal Reserve has a meeting this month and all but said they are raising rates 0.5%. As a result, mortgage rates have already adjusted for the anticipated rate hike. Currently, a 30-year jumbo loan, they are loans greater than $647,000, are hovering around 4.6%, while a 30-year conventional is around 5%. That accounts for roughly a 0.75% raise from last month. I'm curious, where do you see the market going? Comment below and let me know what you think is going up, down, or is it going to stay the same? I'd love to hear what you think. Make sure you check back next month, and every month for that matter, so we can break down the numbers of what is happening here in the Jersey Shore real estate market. Do me a favor. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. See more content like this. Again, I'm Michael Sutley. And if you are thinking of buying or selling at the shore, then you are in the right place. I am only a phone call away, and I love when my phone rings.